We're in the book of Habakkuk. Now, Habakkuk was a prophet in Jerusalem, or in the land of Judah. He prophesied before the Babylonians came for the first deportation of the Jews. And this book is 3 chapters, and he's more of wondering why God would use wicked people to judge other wicked people. Basically, why God would use the Babylonians to destroy his people. The burden of Habakkuk the prophet did see. O Lord, how long shall I cry, and thou wilt not hear? Even cry unto thee of violence, and thou wilt not save. Why dost thou show me iniquity, and cause me to behold grievance? For spoiling and violence are before me, and there are that raise up strife and contention. Therefore the law is slacked, and the judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. Behold ye among the heathen, and regard and wonder marvellously, for I will work a work in your day, which ye will not believe. Though it be told you, for lo, I'll raise up the Chaldeans, that bitter and hasty nation, which shall march through the breadth of the land, and to possess the dwelling places that are not theirs. So, in this part, Habakkuk's asking God and crying to him, why is this wickedness, going on and stuff in here, in our people? And then God answered him, told him, well, I'm going to raise up somebody worse than them, and they're going to overtake them for their wickedness. So then he questions him. He says, art thou not from everlasting, O Lord my God, mine Holy One? We shall not die, O Lord. Thou hast ordained them for judgment, and, O mighty God, thou hast established them for correction. Thou art of pure eyes, that to behold evil, and canst not look on iniquity. Wherefore lookest thou upon them that deal treacherously, and holdest thy tongue when the wicked devoureth the man that is more righteous than he? So he's asking him, why are you going to use somebody worse than us to destroy us? Shall they therefore empty their net and not spare continually to slay the nations? So God responded to him. He said, write a vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Behold, his soul which lifteth up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Ye also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarged his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and taunting proverbs against him, and say, woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his? How long unto him that ladeth himself with thick clay? They spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, of all that dwell therein. Now, of course, he's talking about Israel. He says, for the earth shall be filled with knowledge of the glory of God, as the waters cover the sea. Woe to him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken, also that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. Woe to him that saith to the wood, awake, to the dumb stone, arise, it shall teach. Behold, it is laid over with gold and silver, and there is no breath at all in the midst of it. So God's given him an example of what's in the city, the way the people are. And then Habakkuk heard him. He understood. And he told him, O Lord, I have heard thy speech, and I was afraid. O Lord, revive thy work in the midst of the years. In the midst of the years, make known. In wrath, remember mercy. And it says, God came from Teman, and his Holy One from Mount Paran. Selah, his glory covered the heavens, and the earth was full of his praise. And his brightness was as the light, and he had horns coming out of his hand, and there was the hiding of his power. Before him went pestilence, and burning coals went at his feet. He stood and measured the earth, and beheld, and drove asunder the nations, and everlasting mountains were scattered, and the perpetual hills did bow. His ways are everlasting. I saw tents of Cushan in affliction, and the curtains of the land of Midian did tremble. That's just an example of the glory of God. And then, of course, this is his vision of what happened and stuff. The mountains saw thee, and they trembled. The overflowing of the water passed by, and the deep uttered his voice, and lifted up his hand on the high. The sun and moon stood still in their habitation. At the light of thine arrows they went, and at the shining of thy glittering spear. Thou didst march through the land in indignation. Thou didst thresh the heathen in anger. Thou wentest forth for the salvation of thy people, and for the salvation of thine anointed. Thou woundedst the head out of the house of the wicked, by discovering the foundations unto the neck. Thou didst walk through the sea with thine horses, through the heap of great waters. When I heard, my belly trembled, my lips quivered at the voice, rottenness entered into my bones, and I trembled in myself that I might rest in the day of trouble. When he cometh up unto the people, he will invade them with his troops. So he saw, God showed him what was going to happen to Jerusalem and their judgments. Not just the judgment with the Babylonians, but probably their whole life. And he trembled. And he wanted to rest in the day of trouble. I don't know if he wanted to rather be dead and have to see it, to witness it. But then he came to the conclusion. He said, although the fig tree shall not blossom, neither shall the fruit be in the vines, the labor of the olive shall fail, and the field shall yield no meat, and the flock shall be cut off from the fold. There shall be no herd in the stalls. Yet I will rejoice in the Lord, and I will joy in the God of my salvation. The Lord God is my strength, and he will make my feet like hinds' feet, and he will make me to walk upon mine high places, to the chief singer on my stringed instruments. So Habakkuk realized, God brings good and evil, but through everything, to make it, we just got to rejoice in the Lord, because he's in control. He's the maker of the storm, but yet he can calm it if we just rejoice in him and trust in the Lord. And that is Habakkuk.